Hello and welcome to PaxAriaGaming. This is Reg with episode number 12 of Crimson Desert. So one of the things I want to do at the start of this video is to thank all of my subscribers for hanging in there with this series, and thank my new subscribers for finding my channel. Hopefully you like the content that you see. I'm a non-expert at this, but I love playing these types of games, open world games, Soulsborne games, those kinds of things. So thanks for joining me on this trip. It's been a fun and learning experience. And this episode will continue and conclude Chapter 8, Blood Coronation. The next episode will be an exploration episode. And the one after that, not quite sure whether it's going to be back to main story or maybe the Witch's Quest or some of the research at Fortain or the Scholastone Institute. I've been doing some of that on my own, but maybe I'll dedicate an episode to me doing those kinds of things as well. I'll also show you my little house. Kliff has a house. I don't know whether everyone knows that. It's across from Howling Hill, across a little bridge. Well, the little bridge is only built after you. The little bridge is only built after you've upgraded your camp enough. Okay, so you can see where we are. And I've been all over the map, because certain quests will take you to far reaches of the map, even if you haven't really cleared that particular region yet. We're going to meet, or at least we're trying to. I don't know whether we'll fight these people. I think we'll end up fighting them eventually, but not necessarily here. What we're trying to do is get to another witch, but not like the witches we've seen. This witch is not from Highwell, which I guess is the continent that the game takes place on. And so we're going to find her, and of course that's going to, and it's part of the Blood Coronation quest. And this episode continues from the last one. I didn't do any in-between stuff, in between episode 11 and 12. But between 12 and 13, I will. And again, we'll call that exploring or something along those lines. All right, let's examine this.
A sagacious soul unfurls the fan. It's all I could leave behind, given my grave condition. My name is Maegu, a witch of Doarts from the east. On our way here, our ship was hit by cannon fire, forcing us ashore. Then, someone took my sister. All I want is to look for her. But my wounds have left me too weak to make use of my powers. Burn a talisman upon the censer and ring the bells. Then the wind will guide you to her. You'll find what you need on the shore, by our ship.
Okay, so next step is we're heading to a ship. Let's see if we can find her sister, Woosa. The bamboo reminds me of Black Myth Wukong, where you could cut them down. I don't think you can cut them down here. At least I didn't want to destroy their little home, their little hideaway. So. And you know, it's funny. Yes, I have a horse. I have 2 horses, although one of them disappeared. It's easier. Obviously, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, and that would sort of negate the use of a horse in certain circumstances, when you can just fly, jump off of anything, climb anything to get there. I've seen people use horses and jump off of cliffs and then do the fly thing. I think it's a little cruel to jump off a cliff with a horse. I know it's not real, but I wouldn't do it. Anyway, I see the ships below. We're going to probably have to defeat the guys down there to read the memories. This little set of stones look like it should be a place for a fast travel point. But apparently it's not. Okay, not as many enemies as there are in a full camp. So for me, the best course of action is clear the whole camp and then search for look for the memories. They don't seem hostile at the moment. Let's see if we can't rev them up a little bit. Ouch.
I don't lose to the likes of you.
I'm still using Deathbringer. I think I mentioned in the last episode I'll probably keep Deathbringer. That dog running around is not my dog, by the way. It's their dog. And he's running around, nipping me every chance he gets. No, not anymore, he's not. Oh, there's another one. Okay, there are several dogs. Eventually I'm going to add the crow thingy that I got from Crowcaller onto Deathbringer. So I'll have 8 tons orbs and the crows. Oh, both dogs have names. Casey is the first dog I had, and Snow is the newest one. Since you're now able to name them, you can also name your horses, by the way. Snow does not have armor. Casey does. It's not really armor. It's a little hunting outfit or something like that. I'll probably get a 3rd dog. And then maybe try to get some other pets. So now that I'm committed to this particular weapon, I'll probably refine it a couple of levels, since I haven't done any of that kind of stuff with, the only thing I've refined is the earrings and maybe one of the other rings that he has, in the shield. A shield. I don't think it was this one. Okay, here's a memory. So I will, because I'm committed to this weapon now, I think I'll go ahead and refine it. And if I find another weapon that has something really good on it, I'll just take out the Abyss Core, the Abyss Gear, and add it to this one. So you don't have to change weapons, you can just change the Abyss Cores. The Abyss Gears, I keep saying Abyss Cores.
Working at all.
Over there, look.
There, get her.
Don't touch me.
He wants her alive.
So I'm never going to take Aton's orbs off, so if I take anything off, it'll be the crows, and then I have space for a couple more.
I came here alone.
That is Woosa, who is just got gut punched by this guy.
Worried for nothing.
No sign of her.
Turn every place inside out until there is.
We'll take this one back.
All right, get going.
Okay. Okay, so we need to retrieve some items.
That nose would look better broken.
I think that's everybody, so we can look for the items that Maegu asked us to find. They're scattered across the this landing. They're not all in one place. So if you get close to them, they will show up in your mini-map. So I know that one of them is under this half hull of the ship. And in case you're wondering, yes, I did die by going under the ship and having the ship fall on me. So that is a thing. It stays up for, I think, about 5 seconds. And so the smarter move would be, once you lift it, start counting 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. Actually, it's probably less than 5 seconds. I think it's more like 4 seconds. That's how I was running out at the time, but I didn't get all the way from under it when it fell on me. Okay. Now that we have all the items, we can go back to I wonder why there's not a fast travel point at their little witch house that they have. That would be kind of nice. Instead of having to do this little run back. Okay, so I guess having these 3 items will give us some insight as to where they've taken Woosa.
Yes. It calls from the hilltop fort. My sister Woosa is of the Wudo school. She commands the wind and rain. The wind can always find its master. Yet it carries the scent of blood and steel. I fear something terrible is happening. Please, you must help her.
Okay. I wonder if that's the fort. No, I don't think it is. I think it's not the one that we ran past. So, find the fortress on the hill. We'll do that. No, it's definitely not, because the one that we ran past is much closer to this spot. So I guess that'll be either some other quest or maybe just some random area that I need to clear. Wait, do they have guns? That's it over there. Oh, it's a real fort. Looks like a friggin' castle. Oh my god. There are these shadow harpies. Okay, dude, we're gonna fight you once we clear the place. Oh my god. Gregor, the Halberd of Carnage. This happened in another area where if you, depending on how you get there, the boss is sort of like out in the area. And then when you complete your task to get to the main boss, he shows up in that space. It happened in the last episode with the bear claw guy that I was fighting. Interesting that would happen. I'm not quite sure why that happens. So the shadow harpies, the way you deal with, where did he come from?
For the glory of Bastier!
Okay, Bastian is the main boss of the chapter. That guy was pretty tanky. So the shadow harpies, the way you deal with them is you use blinding flash. The problem with using blinding flash is it's difficult unless I'm doing it totally wrong, which is certainly possible. So you do blinding flash, and then you do the sort of aim thing where you hit L1 again if you're playing on a PS system. And you can't hit them. You swing right through them because they're shadows. So you have to do, at least this is the way that I found to do it. I don't know whether there's another way. Maybe there is another way. The problem is it's hard for me to lock onto them when they're all flying around like that. So invariably, some of them will fly into your I gotta fight this guy too. Some of them will fly right into the path that you're aiming for. But since you don't see a beam coming off of the blinding flash, you just use the X to sort of, you know, like this. And if you're nervous like me and you're moving the controller around, you miss a lot of them. But this is the same method you use when you're in the Witch's Sanctums. when you're clearing the sanctums, you have the flying enemies and you have the enemies on ground. The flying enemies you can destroy this way. I guess it can't go through these little branches here. There we go. Arrows won't work on these guys. Arrows will work on the flying guys at the sanctums, and it did work on the harpies where Karanda was, the harpy queen. Now, I guess you can always do a focused shot where you slow time down. That may be a smarter move than what was that? That may be a smarter move than just shooting. Okay, let's.
Go back to your own land! I'll track you down!
Snow's doing a great job of collecting all this, scavenging a lot of stuff for me to take it back to Ret and sell it. Okay, there's a shadow harpy over there, but he's too far away, I think, for me to do anything with him. Oh no! Wow. I'm surprised. What I think I'm going to do is refine each of a favorite weapon type and sort of stick with them. I had been using the Soul Spear, which I like a lot. You cannot refine. I think that one you can't refine. Either you can't refine it, or it doesn't have Abyss gear slots. One or the other. I can't remember now. Oh, there you are, you stupid little harpy. So what I'm planning to do is to sort of figure out my favorite spear. The Soul Spear is my second one. So I'll do a spear, a two-handed weapon, which is this one, a one-handed weapon, which I was using for a chunk of the early game. And the thing is, you actually find a lot of pretty decent weapons, especially when you fight certain bosses. Sorry, I'm here repairing my armor in the middle of a fight. I think the game meant for me to do that once I clear the area and before I go through the gate up there, but I guess I can always do it again. Ouch. The camera is driving me crazy in this one. And I'm nowhere near moving that percentage down. So this, once you go through the gate, there must be a lot of other enemies in there as well. Oh my gosh, these things are annoying.
It's a mistake. I'll make you regret it.
Wow, this is turned into a frantic little fight for survival over here. So I did unlock Nature's Snare, as you can see. There's no reason. Interesting, because he didn't shoot anything at me. Usually it works best when you're reflecting things that are being shot at you. You know, if I would simply remember how to kick these enemies, I think these fights would be a lot easier. For some reason, I like taking out these towers. There's usually only one guy in the tower. Okay, so I think the outer area is pretty clear. Okay. I don't know why I always take the... See, there's another anvil in here, so... Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting placement, because there's one outside this gate. And then right beyond the gate is this one, which is really weird. Unless I'm about to go into a huge boss fight, which is certainly possible. We're looking for Woosa. Oh yeah, this has boss fight written all over it. Yep, it does. So maybe this is where we see Gregor. Okay, well, this is where Gregor's soldiers hang out.
Watch out! Behind you!
Who are you barging in?
There's Woosa.
You're after the Windjire? Not a chance. Nicely done. I mean, you're dead.
Consider us even.
Your sister sent me.
That was too close.
I don't think I'll be able to just walk right out of here.
A moment later, and they'd have taken my powers.
Hang on
Yeah.
now.
Didn't think so.
Get down!
This is
Troubles I went to for this witch!
this is Gregor. He's back.
How dare you ruin my work! None shall lay hand to my soil!
And with each fight, unless it's a one and done, which he seems pretty tough, I'll show you the first and last attempts. Okay, so there are these little things shooting out of the wall. Oh, wow, I just got caught by all of them. Before they shoot, they do light up. The problem is unless you can see it out of your peripheral vision, it's really difficult. I wonder if they can, if they can hit him. Okay, that was a red attack, which... Ouch. I need to be dodging these, although... Okay, don't know how I was going to dodge that. He just didn't give me any space to dodge. Okay, so now we'll retry it.
None shall lay hand to my spoils! Pierce your heart in a single thrust of her power!
Let me go out here and regroup.
You'll regret ever interfering! I'll drown those witches in your blood! Soon you'll be begging for your death!
Ouch. Okay. So the key against him is to... Get a finisher. Okay, well that's pretty decent. Yeah, I probably should have cooked some more food to bring with me in this fight. I'm having to eat these little scraps. And apparently with Gregor, it seems like... Seems like you have to be aggressive. Oh, you came out here. Can you attack me out here? No, he's just gonna go back. All right, cool. Okay, he's not even letting me back in the arena. Dude, I got 7 seconds to get in there. Okay, alright, come on. You just... He's wrecking me after me standing outside eating a bunch of stuff to get back to full health. I keep pressing L3 and it keeps doing that stupid thing. I'm trying to do L3 and R3 to regain spirit. One thing about the game is using so many of the same controls to do multiple things. There we go. Okay. No second phase.
This is the price of the path you chose.
You can sort of tell there's going to be a second phase when the health bar has a blue hue to it when you start the fight. If it's simply red, typically there's only one phase. That's been my experience in the game. Okay, nice. Get an artifact. Yeah, I definitely will need to go back and replenish my food stores. What else do I have? Okay. We're gonna steal stuff first, and then we're gonna meet with Woosa. Now, why is it making me put on a mask to do this? I defeated him. This is a fort. I'm assuming well, we liberated it, right? And said that we had liberated it. So I'm not sure why we need to do the mask thing, but we'll do it. Yeah, this one I don't understand. But since we got the mask on, we might as well take as much as we can find. I guess you can't take those armor sets. I definitely need more silver. My camp is doing quite well, by the way.
Are you all right?
I have certainly been better.
I can believe that.
If you hadn't acted so quickly, he'd have... You saved my life. Thank you. Just a moment. My wounds are worse than I thought. I'll need to take things a bit slower.
Let's get you to your sister. Or at least to her voice.
I am in your debt.
What made him target you?
My sister and I, we happen to have some rare and curious powers.
I'm certain my sister is waiting for...
That man's plan was to seize our gifts, so that he could attempt to meddle with the past. Tampering with time is perilous, and the art is strictly forbidden. There's no way to alter a single exact event. And attempting so could put many in grave danger. We always tread lightly, using our powers only to mend what has strayed from the natural order. And when we do, we often call on our little friends for help. I'm not sure how he came to know of our gifts. But if he had bent such dangerous magic to his will... What could have happened is too terrible for me to dwell on.
Okay. So let's take care of some of these. I probably could have outrun them, because I don't know whether they'll stray too far from the fort. If you look at the mini-map, there are a zillion of them flying around. Yeah, I don't know why I keep trying to swing at them. That's a waste.
You have my deepest thanks.
Yeah, Woosa, can you help out? You're a witch, you got magic. Okay,
I'm certain my sister is waiting for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is, but you're not really helping me out here.
I'm certain my sister is waiting
Okay.
for me.
I think we can go now. There's only one left flying around that we can see. Poor horse ran off. Okay. Hop on, Woosa. We'll get you home. Yeah, I was wondering if we were going to get attacked along the way. it just sort of made sense that it would be way too simple to just be able to traipse out of here and go back to the little bamboo grove where her sister's waiting for her.
Huh. Hiya. Hiya.
I know this game doesn't really believe in hand-holding, but what would really be nice is if you could highlight a wayfinder thing so you wouldn't have to keep looking at the map. And the only reason I do that is because earlier in the game, when you're following the road and you think you're heading to your destination, you later discover, if you don't look at the map, that the road takes you somewhere other than your destination, which was very frustrating early on. And which made it easier for me to just run everywhere. I was like, okay, don't follow the road, just take a direct path. But since we have Woosa and she looks like she's having trouble walking, the easiest thing would be to stay on horseback. Until we get her to her sister's place.
Maegu! Oh, I'm so glad to see you safe.
I owe this man my life.
Don't mention it. I was just doing what was right.
In our land, this is how we show respect to those who help us. You have our sincerest thanks.
Please. Really, there was nothing. So, what do you plan to do now?
Once Woosa has recovered, we'll work on restoring her powers. Then we'll head to our next destination. Please, accept this gift.
If you ever need our help, we'll repay your kindness.
Your words are enough. Please, get some rest.
Okay. So we're done with them for the moment. I'm guessing we'll be seeing them again. Otherwise, it's sort of an oddity meeting them, and then that's it. Okay, so they have their own set of witches quests, I believe. The game wants us to go back to Howling Hill, so we will do so. And I think I mentioned before, I've been investing a lot of time upgrading the camp, as you can see. There are little buildings and structures all over the place. We have 25 Greymanes here, by the way. For a long while, I think my number was stuck at 6.
I'm always up for a chat. Need any tools for farming?
And the way you get the other Greymanes, I guess you probably know by now, is that you speak to Marius. He will send you on these little rumor quests, and you find Greymanes and bring them back to Howling Hill.
Need anything? Come see me if you think you're missing something.
So we'll have a blacksmith. We'll have an armorer. Any of the people that we saw in Hernan that we were going to on a regular basis, they'll be here. We have a cook. You can, I think he restocks every day, but you can just go into his little kitchen area and just take meat. Sometimes you can find jerky lying around on the table. You can take that as well. So you don't have to buy all of the products that you use. You can just take them if you're in your camp. There's also silver behind Luke that you can take. I think it replenishes once a day. I think. I could be wrong about that. So at least it saves you from having to go out. And the other thing you can do is you can actually go hunting. So you can, there are a couple of ways that you can do it. I mean, especially once you get the cuckoo cooler, which is part of the whole cuckoo quest, right? You got the cuckoo pot, there's a cuckoo cooler, there's a cuckoo spear, there's all kinds of cuckoo things. But if you get the cooler, you can store any extra food in that cooler back at your little house. Okay, so we have another little note. Muirden. Okay, so Countess Azarian is someone that we are going to be meeting. So we are going to head to Russell Leaf Farm. That's our next destination. And because, let's see, what does it say? Report. Okay, so the wagon's been made, so we can knock this quest out since we're here at camp. This episode we're sticking pretty close to main quest stuff, just to move the story along.
The wagon's finished.
And like I said earlier, we'll be moving on to side stuff in the upcoming episode.
Oh, no, this is a proper
or two,
wagon. Solid
especially
wheels,
now that we're
firm
beyond
body.
the halfway point in the game.
At last, the workshop feels complete. I'll see to the upkeep myself. Make sure everything stays in tip-top shape.
These are quests you need to complete in order to move your camp to the next
You
upgrade.
go through wagons rather quickly. Still, it's good
So there
you
are
came
certain
back in
milestones
one
you reach
piece.
before you can upgrade the camp. It'll tell you, I forget the language it used, but it'll tell you that. Blazing Fire. Okay, that's part of the main quest, so we're going to do that next. Where is this? I guess I haven't been here before. I haven't been near here before. I don't see any fast travel points. What's the closest one? Some of the ones closest to it are actually like underground or in a cave or something like that. This one doesn't look like it's in a cave. Let's see. No, okay, cool. Because that happened to me a couple of times where, I think, oh, this fast travel point is really, really close, but then it's a cave I can't figure out how to get out of, even though I had to. There must be a way out since I got in. So yeah, it's a little oddity. Or maybe I just didn't have the patience to try to figure out the way out. Okay, I need to do my little triple jump here now that I think I've mastered it. I did not do my little triple jump. I guess I don't need it. I can reach the other side without it. Yeah. This game has one of the biggest maps I think I've ever seen in a game. Yeah, there's a bounty over here. We're not going to deal with that now. Yeah, Elden Ring's map is pretty big too, but this I think I'd have to go back and look at the map again, but I think this is actually bigger. I mean, and you can see it when you're up in the when you're unlocking the abyss gates up in the sky, and you look down and you can actually see the absolute amazing detail of the world, or the continent. I guess is the continent is Pywell. Okay, there's got to be a fast travel point. This doesn't make any sense. I see where we're going. I guess there's a road. We can follow the road. I really should buy a saddle for the horse. Which would obviously be for my benefit, right? I mean, saddles make the ride more comfortable for the person riding, not necessarily for the horse.
Faster!
Why is when he says faster, he doesn't have a Scottish accent? He has some other accent. I was like, interesting.
Hiya! Yeah!
I now always keep a couple of extra horse tonics with me. There's a point where my horse was injured and I couldn't figure out how to heal him using the healing palm thingy, which I should have been able to do if I was doing it correctly. And when they're injured, they just move really, really slow. And it was a mission where I had to follow someone. And the person said, "Come on, we really need to get there." I'm like, "Okay, well, I can't really make the horse go any faster." Okay. Didn't realize I was walking right into an enemy trap. So we're going to give ourselves a little distance. Send the horse on its merry way, and then we're going to just climb over a wall. Actually, is the farm... Is it gated off, or is this... Well, I can definitely climb through here. Let's go up and take a look. I'm not sure whether the farm is behind the wall or beside this estate. I definitely see... No, I think it's behind the wall. Maybe... Okay, so we have a little side thing that we're going to do here, since it popped up on the map. This is likely going to lead us to a Abyss Crescent, so why not? You get a free artifact. I mean, the game does reward you for exploring, because sometimes for just finding a location, you get an artifact. especially in the mountains. So if you use your your sword to sort of seek out the little bright lights that show up when you do that. What is that noise? If you do that and you notice this at the very top of a mountain or top of a peak, you should definitely go up there because that's a free artifact just waiting for you. It's definitely not a fast travel point up there. I've explored the tops of many of the mountains in this game, and a lot of them it's just an artifact. Just an artifact. Those are actually pretty good. I have a whole boatload of sealed artifacts. And I guess one day I will sort of take the time to try to do all of the little things that you have to do, the little challenges that you have to do to complete them. Because they're really taking up a lot of space in my inventory right now, and I'm afraid of leaving them in storage. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter whether they're in storage or not. If I complete the challenge, I should still get the achievement, I think. I have like 25 or 26 of them. Yeah, these are easy to avoid. You can just wait for them to fire and then run through. They're two sets, but they don't fire. Like after this one, now you can go through. You can go through. There we go. We're good. Now we can go on to the farm. This was a nice little aside. Yeah, it looks like there are a couple of estates behind these walls. So we're gonna go, and it seems like some of the people in here are hostile, or at least the soldiers are. So we have a little, looks like a farmhouse over there. We have a building way in the distance. We have another one to the right. Yes, the one to the right is the farm. Okay. So we're at the, well, it's a big farm. So we're at the farm, but now we need to, I'm assuming, get to the house. Now, that place where we were is called the Screaming Vault, where we picked up the Abyss Crescent. So, okay, there are a bunch of connected farms. This is the Lucas farm. The first area of the game, Hernand, you had a lot to do. And I guess because nothing else was really, the map was always open to you, but you didn't have any quests in those other areas. A lot of what you did around Hernand.
All we can do is lie low and pray the gaze of the counts and countesses never falls upon us.
Now that we've found these new areas, like we found Damiane, we've been to Delicia, even though there's only been one quest. Payloon. What I find is we're not spending nearly as much time in those areas doing subquests as we did in Hernand. I guess we could if we wanted to, right? I mean, there's nothing that says we can't. I did a lot of the Payloon militia quests. But there are also quests related to the various lords that live in each of those areas as well that you can complete. And I'll probably do some of that on my own time. Well, I guess one of the things is not you won't get a complete game. You can finish the game, right? But it won't be complete. You won't be a completionist. I'm a bit of a completionist. And this game is going to be impossible for me to complete because it's got so many pieces.
I'll track you down.
Okay, well, you'll have to find me first, buddy. If you get pinned like this and you can't get up,
I fought worse.
they'll basically toss you out of this place and you'll have to make your way back in. If you notice, the guy on the ground isn't dead, so you can't kill these people. But they'll stay in this sort of like hurt thing. And the thing is, they show up as red on the map. I guess they show up as red because they're hostile, but they're not. They're really not our enemies. It's a little weird because in some areas you go into a manor and it's the same kind of a thing, and they will try to kill you, and you need to kill them. And so this is one of the ones where you don't have to actually kill them. You incapacitate them. They don't know who I am yet. Remember, I was sent here for a reason, and they're just protecting the lady that lives here. So they're doing their job. I have no idea where she is. I guess she's upstairs somewhere. We're just searching through her. I think this leads back. Oh no, I thought it led to outside. She's got a nice house. Sorry, a nice manor. Okay, this is how you find a little secret wall. Nice little master bedroom. So now there's nothing that prevents you from like going in and stealing everything in this room. As long as you're wearing the mask, because you can't steal without the mask. But we are here for this book. Escape from the manor. Okay, now we gotta get out of here. So we're gonna go out the same way we came in, since these guys are on the ground.
Intruder! This way! Halt! Knave! How did you make it this far? Forward. Surround him.
What's going on? Why such a commotion in my hall?
An intruder, my lady. We were about to apprehend him. Just say the word.
An unexpected guest, then. A cause for commotion, indeed. Seeing as you're here, you must be one of the illustrious Greymanes. I've heard how you chased a bear all the way to my fair city.
Yep.
Come. I suspect our purposes may align.
Countess!
Leave us. I shall speak with him privately.
My lady, at least allow us to stand guard.
I shan't say it twice.
Return to your posts.
Please, follow me. Now, why all the effort to elude my guards and enter my estate?
I meant no trouble. I came seeking information.
Is that so? You could have tried the front gate. Are all Northerners this impatient?
It's proven effective.
Yes. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Colette Azarian, daughter of the late Lord Robert Azarian.
Pleasure.
Well met. You've come far, but I am afraid I do not know the whereabouts of your nemesis. Fortunately, I do know those who might.
You have a suggestion?
Isn't it said the enemy of my enemy is my friend? I suspect we could become very good friends. Would you like a drink? I have been searching for my sister Beatrice, the rightful heir to my title and estate. Her disappearance and the tragedy that befell your people. I believe the one who holds true power over this land is behind it all.
You mean the royal family?
No, one who sits higher still. The man who purged the king's loyalists and seized the throne. Duke Caliburn. I believe my sister was conducting an investigation into his affairs. But I've heard nothing from her since that bloody coronation. These days, I don't step foot beyond these walls. Out there, a single misstep could spell my end. Any nobles who oppose Caliburn fear befalling the same fate. Only Countess Marshall and Count Byron seem unconcerned.
And you want me to see what they know?
Exactly. They're Caliburn's faithful hounds. They surely hold the answers we seek. Remember, while our purposes differ, our goal is the same.
Alright, we have a new ally. Infiltrate Sungrove Manor. Okay, so they use the word infiltrate, which means that one we're going to be viewed as hostile by hostile forces when we enter. Okay, lady, I'm just thinking. Hold on a second. Okay, excuse me. Okay. Sorry about that. That's one of those ones where probably better for me to pause the game while I sort of think of what my next step is, or try to figure out where this place is, or even try to figure out how to get out of here. Okay, but clearly there's a memory in here somewhere. So let's see if we can't find... Oh, there it is.
Beyond those hills, once dwelt a mighty fire dragon that soared through the skies. That dragon burned the village and turned the fields to ash. The Flame Knight and his order gave their lives to stand against it. Sparks danced upon their blades, and the sky burned blood red. At last, the dragon fell, and the knights built a castle on that spot. To this day, the castle walls bear the scorch marks of that fateful battle. They are the scars carved by the dragon's final breath, and a testament to the knight's courage.
Wow! What happened next?
That's enough for tonight. It's time for bed now, my brave little knight.
Okay, so let's now head to the manor. Sungrove Manor, which is different from this manor, which I guess is Rustleleaf Manor. Is on Rustleleaf Farm. I don't remember the name of this manor. Okay, so we're gonna go there. so we have... Okay, so we have a couple of memories to read.
It appears he's going to see it done.
General Bastier himself.
I had planned to deliver her to him myself. But it seems the waiting's worn his patience thin.
How cruel. Another one for the tribunal. Let's see if this one makes it 2 years, like his last toy.
We must keep on our toes. There is still another little bird to catch.
Okay, so there's another memory we need to listen to.
Did everything go to plan in Payloon? I hear their warriors are rather formidable.
The Greymanes? Left them for the beasts. Likely being ripped to shreds right now. How's the hunt for Countess Azarian going?
Okay, so we're gonna have to... We're gonna have to take out George Byron here for
quite well.
Sending the Black Bears after us.
Before we catch her.
Let me know if you need our Palinese hounds on it.
They both have little evil laughs. Okay, I think those are fireworks. They sound like bombs. There's a carnival-like thing going on the land pretty close to this manor. Okay, so that was Sungrove. Now we're heading to Windmere Manor. I guess it's the same thing. We have to infiltrate, which means we shouldn't be seen. I actually think there's a I don't know whether it's from one of the research things. I don't remember whether it's from Fortain or from the Scalastone Institute. It's something to do with disguises. Oops, not what I meant to do.
You can't conquer me!
Okay, we're just going to go in here and hopefully before they get up here, we're going to find Byron. We're gonna take him out. Eliminate Count Byron. Since you were working against the Greymanes.
Die!
Oops. There you are. Yep. Gotcha. Okay, we have a challenge going on now. All right, so now that we've taken him out, we can leave, or we can try to leave. And the best way to do that is just to warp the hell on out of here. Instead of having to fight all of his people. going back to the Countess. I think there's some more memories in here too. At least it sounds like it when we walk by certain areas. Yeah, here's one.
Sister, must you go? The air
Okay, it's the Azarian Manor, located at Russell Leaf Farm.
No one else's. But the Duke. Quiet now. I'm the only one who need step into danger. Should anything befall me, the family will be yours to lead.
Well, that's not a good
Beatrice,
sign.
Please. I won't sit idle while our kingdom crumbles. What do I care of the kingdom if I lose my sister? Colette, without our kingdom, we are all lost.
Okay, so some interesting backstory things going on here. Of course, I haven't figured it all out yet. I don't think anyone has. That's one of the pet peeves that people have about the story.
About Beatrice.
No news yet, but we should hear something soon.
Damiane?
What are you doing here?
Did your efforts bear fruit?
You look troubled. No good news, I take it.
Grand General Bastier. He's imprisoned your swordmaster.
She might still be alive. One of my comrades is...
Okay, so I guess the Swordmaster is actually her sister.
I'm going after her.
Damiane!
Go find Naira. She can help you.
Please, tell me what you know.
It's as you said. Byron and Marshall were working for Caliburn. Mjordan's clearly in league with them. But that's all I learned.
A pity. But still, you've achieved quite a victory. Well done. I too have news to share with you. Duke Wells is dealing with his own coup d'etat. Caliburn's work, no doubt. I'm afraid the rebels have resorted to using Payluni's prisoners as human shields.
They've been doing it the whole time.
Who's leading this coup?
A man called Fortain.
Fortain.
Lend your aid to Duke Wells. He is one of the few allies we have.
Okay, so we are heading to speak with the... Okay, all right. Basically, we're going to be going after Fortain. Yeah, I guess fast travel had to be a thing in this game. Okay, so we need to find the barracks and talk to the guy in charge. Because if it wasn't, it would take so long to get from place to place that it would be not a lot of fun playing a game like this. That's so vastly open. But the fast travel makes it a lot easier. Once you've been there, it's pretty good. If you haven't been there, then yeah, you still have to get there first to unlock the fast travel point. Yeah, let's talk to this chap.
Stand back.
I'm here to see Duke Wells.
His Grace is busy.
Ah, Greymane.
Don't you know who I am?
Countess Azarian said you'd be coming.
Your Grace.
Give us a moment. Seeing you turn up here has given me a glimmer of hope.
Strong words. What's made things so hopeless?
I was away at General Bastier's request on a training exercise. And in that time, my fortress was overrun by rebels and taken. Quite the clever lot, too. They must have counted on me not being able to refuse the Grand General.
Bastier.
Your Grace.
Okay, so we're going to be dealing with him at some point.
We'll
So I think
start
he's
by retaking the fortress.
I think the
Let's
Grand
see
General
what
is
comes
the
next.
chapter boss.
I'll be leading the assault from outside. Would you support my men at the North Gate?
one of the 25 major bosses, versus Fortain, who's basically a field boss. Actually, maybe he's slightly above a field boss. Okay, so we have to head to Thornbriar Outpost and destroy 3 different towers, which will likely then trigger the boss. Somehow, right, what's up here? Is this a fast travel point? Somehow I don't think it's going to be as easy as all that. Yeah, we do have a fast travel point. Nice. Yeah, that makes it really easy, really nice to be able to get back here. Okay. Okay, so Thornbriar is that structure in the distance. Looks like a castle. I guess it could be, right? And I'm guessing there'll be, once we get in, there'll be the percentage that we need to clear as well. Thornbriar Fortress. Okay, not a castle, a fortress. Although, I guess a castle could also be a fortress. Let's get up high so we can survey the environment. Oh, it's already... Okay, some fighting is already going on in there. It's 69%, so something's happening. I have no idea how this guy and his horse snuck up on me. Sorry, horsey, I didn't mean to hurt you, but your boss rode you into a closed room. Can you even get out? No, I guess you can't. I guess you, poor thing. All right, let's. You're actually supposed to save these to give to people in order to get the trust level up. You know, I've been spending it on my own just to get more money. The reason I have 492 is because the gold that I found at Karanda's, the Harpy Queen's place, I ended up selling. You could have, if I'd gotten enough, if I'd gotten 100 of them, you could smelt it down and you could have gotten a single gold bar, which you can then take to the bank and turn into silver as well. Now, I didn't get all of them from the Harpy Nest, so I could go back to the Harpy Nest and get the rest of the gold. There's some that were inside of boxes, and I didn't break the boxes. So there's probably something like 60 of them left that I did not do. Okay, this... Okay, so that's one of the ones that you have to destroy. Oh my god. This is like the last boss. He's out here messing with me before we even clear the camp. We definitely don't want to fight him with all of his people around. I was just trying to figure out how to destroy this structure. But we're not going to die right now. No, nobody, I'm not. Okay, so we're gonna take this very carefully, since we know that Fortain can just pop out of nowhere and come after me. So what I decided to do was to sort of burn it down. You can use blinding flash, and it's really hard to see the fire, but sometimes you can see a little smoke when you're in this mode, and it takes a while, but it will eventually burn and fall to the ground. You can see the fire. So I don't know how they expect you to destroy it otherwise. I think there are cannons down on the ground somewhere, but unless you clear the place, and unless Fortain stops bothering you, I'm not quite sure how you would be able to do that. Yeah, I don't know how you would be able to do that without fighting him. Oh, he shows up now. That's not, for me at least, that's not really what I would want to do. I would want to clear the area first, take out the towers, and then he then pops onto the scene. Oh, shit. No, that's pretty silly, because so I took a quarter of his health, and I know when I fight him at the end, he's going to be at full health again. I hate when that happens. Okay, so this little structure with the guy on it is about to, there you go. So that's what happens when you burn them. It takes a while. I mean, I'll admit, you need to do it and do something else. So I guess you can do it and then start trying to clear the camp. Some other troops are down there fighting against these guys, so it wouldn't be like you're by yourself. So there's one in the distance, and there's one over there, the towers. So there's that one over there. And then there's another one that's going to be to our left. And they seem like they're equal distance from where I am, so I just had to pick one to get to. This would be a little bit longer episode than the previous ones we've done, because it wasn't, at least I didn't think it was enough content to split into 2 videos for this chapter. I mean, I guess I could have added some sort of bonus material and made it 2, but once the story gets going, it's sort of hard to take a break. Because he's been on mission after mission after mission with no real natural breaking point. So I figured let's just go along with it. I wasn't sure how long it would be. Some chapters are longer than others. It's kind of hard to tell whether it's going to be a long chapter or not. The first chapter was beyond the prologue. The first chapter was sort of short. The second chapter was much longer. But I don't mind. I think it's fun. Okay, so there's the tower over there. We're going to use the same strategy. We're going to set it on fire. We have to get close enough. The blinding flash isn't going to work from where I am now. So we want to get as close as we can. Once we get the 3 towers down, then we'll go down and we'll fight to clear the... Okay, the trees are in the way here. Yeah, I don't think this is going to actually work from here. And again, it's really hard to see. Once you start seeing little wisps of smoke, then you know it's on fire. But I don't think it's going to be... I need to move. Yeah, here is the perfect one, right? This should work. Interestingly enough, you know, for a game that has explosive barrels usually all over the place, oddly enough, there are no, at least I haven't seen any explosive barrels that we could use to throw over there. So, as you can see, it's burning. It took a while. I lit it on fire in 2 different places. Even though I have replenishing arrows, I decided not to waste them on this, although I could waste them. They keep replenishing, so. And they do replenish. I've never used all of them up, so I don't know whether if I used everything in my arsenal, whether that will break. But they do keep going back to 100. Actually, yeah, they go back to 100, but for some reason I have like 200 arrows, so I'm not quite sure how I ended up with 200. Maybe the ones I'm finding in the world add to it. Okay, so that's 2 out of 3 done. We need to destroy 1 more. And that one is... Where are you? So certainly all the way across the arena here. So we're going to stay up above, try to make our way over and around. It's right there. So yeah, it's on the other side of that big structure ahead of us. So we're just going to make our way over there. We should be close enough to light it on fire. Again, it takes a while, so you light it and then you can go and start fighting. In this particular instance, we can go down and start fighting. They're down to 32%. So I jump down, do it some more. So I wasn't sure I was lighting it from above. Yeah, it's on fire. All right, cool. Now we can work to clear the area. There's, I think that's Fortain riding around down there. Apparently, since he can jump up here as well, it's probably not. Oh,
Do you
geez,
have
these guys
even
are
a
here.
single idea where you are?
Okay, so the other tower fell. Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Die already! Go back
Oops.
to your own land! Joy, this! Die already, you shite! Get the fight down! What do you call that? I've fought many wars. Come here, you slippery shit! Do you have a single idea where you are?
Yeah, we're here to fight your boss, not you guys.
You expected me to kiss it better?
Okay, those are our allies. At least there's no friendly fire, which is sort of nice in this game because, you know, when I go in flailing with my sword, you know, anybody could end up dead. But the good news is your allies don't. So swing away.
Die!
Okay, we just have to take out a few more percentages. And then I guess Fortain will reappear, or we have to find him, one or the other. I guess what's throwing me off is the color of their uniforms. No, I guess they are different. The enemy has red uniforms. I guess what was throwing me off is the blue tunic thing that they were wearing. Yeah, they're definitely different. For a little while I thought, well, they look a lot alike. That's why I keep swinging at everybody. Okay, we're down to 10%. I guess we have to go find the other ones. I'm not sure Ator's orbs damages the enemy. I think it definitely sort of stuns them a little bit. I love how these guys trash talk as they're getting sliced to bits. This place must have had a couple of hundred enemies. I would have cut down some of the fighting if I'd known it was going to be this many. But we're almost there. Okay, so now we're getting to the heart of the matter. Get them to 0, everyone runs, leaving poor Fortain by himself.
Thought I heard a rat scurrying about. So you've come here to meet your end? I'll be happy to oblige! There is no future for weaklings like Wells! This is a righteous revolution! Order is forged only by the strong! And none stronger than Grand General Bastier! By his order, I was granted the Black Witch's blessing! A power granted solely to fulfill his will! Bear witness to its power!
Okay, so I guess that shadow thing is the power he's referring to from the Black Witch. I wonder if we get that if we defeat him, or will it be as disappointing as Altumbra's sword, which was much smaller than Altumbra's himself, and only 3 rays versus the 12 that comes out when he uses it. So I don't know. It's the boss weapons seem like they tone them down for Kliff, but we'll see. So as always, I show the first attempt and the final attempt, so you won't see me fight this guy 13 times.
There is no future for weaklings like Wells! This is a righteous revolution! Forged only by the strong! And none are stronger than Grand General Bastier! By his order, I was granted the Black Witch's blessing! A power granted solely to fulfill his will! Now bear witness to its power!
guess the Black Witch's little emissary there doesn't like losers. We have another artifact. And we have liberated Thornbriar Fort, or whatever this fort was called.
Greymane! I can hardly believe it. I owe you a great debt. Would you give us a moment?
Yes, of course.
Thanks to you.
I thought he was going to pull out a treasure chest or something.
Again.
I guess not.
Great help. Now, it would be dishonorable of me not to help you, after all you've done for me. So, is there anything I can assist you with?
More like someone. I hear Myrddin is hiding in Demonis.
Myrddin? The leader of the Black Bears?
Aye. Have you any idea where he might be?
I barely escaped Duke Caliburn's bloody coronation. But I did see a huge fellow there, and I'm certain it was Myrddin. If he is in Demonis, as you say, I bet he's teamed up with Caliburn.
I see. And do you know where Caliburn is?
He's quite the cautious man. Tracking his movements is no easy task. But his old study at the castle would be a good place to start.
Okay. So we are now heading to where we're going. I don't know where we're going, actually. We're going to wherever the map tells us to go. An old office. This is the main quest, the Blood Coronation. Greenfield Highlands. The subquest is go to the old office, which we will go to. This is another dog I have. His name is Shadow. Actually, I think I might have mentioned that already. So I have Shadow, I have Snow, and I have Casey. So I have 3 dogs, 2 horses, and you can name the horses as well. I have not found any legendary animals yet. I think you get hints from NPCs as to where they are. And I haven't met an NPC that's given me a hint yet. What else haven't I done? So the legendary animals I haven't done. I have not flown in hot air balloon. So there, I know where that area is. And I guess I'm going to have to go there and do some quests in order to unlock the ability to fly in a hot air balloon. So I understand, I truly do understand why people can spend like 100 hours in Hernand and basically probably the same amount of time in Payloon or in Demonis. These areas are all... Ouch. Okay. Dude, you're disrupting my conversation with my subscribers. I don't feel like fighting them. I just want to get to the destination, which is apparently full of enemies. Before I was so rudely interrupted. So each of the regions are pretty expansive, and for each one of them there are different factions. So far, the one with the fewest number of looks like to be the Crimson Desert. But I haven't. The only time I've been there is to sort of locate things. I haven't been there to do any quests. You know, so the question as to whether or not I should try to do as much as I can in each region before continuing the main quest is a question I have that I'll have to figure out how to answer, especially since I know the next episode is going to be me exploring. because we're deep enough in the game now. I think there are 12 chapters, plus the prologue and epilogue, so I guess you can count it as 14. This is chapter 8, which we're going to complete in this episode, which means we could go ahead and start chapter 9, or we can do a little bit more exploring. Definitely the map is not as unlocked here in Damiane as it is in Hernand. That was also true for Payloon, although I did a lot of the militia quests in Payloon. So we'll see how to sort of manage this. Alright, since no one locks their windows, we're going to just climb through here. Who is this person? Just chilling in the office? You didn't hear me come in, buddy? I guess he's not an enemy. No. Okay, he's a merchant.
Here are rewards befitting your service.
Oh.
Here we trade in currency other than coin.
Right. Okay. So I don't think I visited the contribution thingy. No, that's the church one. That's a little different. So I haven't done enough in this area to gain any real contribution points. I have...
The treasures here can't be
13.
bought with gold.
So I probably have the most in Hernand. And I actually...
You're welcome to return whenever you wish.
This sort of reminds me that I should go back to the area where you can buy stuff with your contributions and see what it is I can buy now. I think I went there early in the game, but I haven't been back since. Yeah, I found must be 30 keys in the game, so you can basically get into any room. There's a memory somewhere in this place. Yeah, you can, apparently all you need is a key and you can get into any locked door. Although I'm imagining you can just easily climb a window. Or climb through a window. But it's nice to have the keys. I have way too many. I could sell half of them and still have more than enough. Because for some reason you find them pretty frequently. I'm not sure why. Because not every door is locked. Only some of them are locked. Okay, this one's locked. After just pronouncing not every door is locked, this is the second locked door we found in here. Okay, so I guess I'm not hostile. These people aren't hostile to me because they're not reacting to me. Let's see if we can find the memory. And this one is a little tricky. Once you start the memory, don't stop the memory at the point at which you think the memory is done. Like I didn't do it in this one, but I did it earlier and had to redo all of this.
The Duke really knows how to tempt me with a good time. I'm going to enjoy listening to those proud lords scream. Finally, is it starting?
Hold it right there. Lord Caliburn's ordered for you to wait outside. You're to make sure no rats slip in or out. Understood?
What fucking shite is that? He called me all the way here to play kennel keeper. Have him tell me that to my face.
Savage beasts. Think your lives so meaningful. But you don't matter and you never will. Be grateful for the scraps you've been given.
I should just mince you into tiny pieces.
Oh, you're so eager to cede control of Payloon.
Fucking cunts!
Bloody hell, he's quite the ungrateful vermin, isn't he?
Enough. You move ahead as planned.
But sir, I don't understand why Lord Caliburn needs these savages.
His glorious plan doesn't end with Damiane. Oh no. Soon all of Pyrewell will kneel beneath his banner. There will be no scum like those Greymanes scurrying about.
Aye, pluck the weeds early.
We need not dirty our own hands. Beasts of Payloon will tear each other apart.
His Majesty is resuming his royal duties today. At last, the realm will be set right. Indeed, that inscrutable Duke Caliburn should know when to step down. I hear his reach extends to every corner of the continent.
Okay, so we basically have to go and
His Majesty is
examine
his royal duties today. At last, the realm will be set right. Indeed, that inscrutable Duke Caliburn should know when to step down.
I said the same. I didn't say anything different.
His reach extends to every corner of the continent.
So if you'll notice, the ones that you can talk to are sort of highlighted a little bit different. Like the one right there in the center, and there's one off to the right. So you can't interact with everybody, but just these.
Once His Majesty returns, this tyranny will come to an end. We've suffered long enough under the Grand General's brutality. I hear he imprisons his enemies so he can hunt them down like animals. And what's more, he even pits his hunting hounds against vagrants for sport.
I don't see Countess Azarian anywhere. She must have awaited this day more than any of us. Well, I suppose she might be escorting His Majesty herself.
This cannot be. The Duke and Grand General's tyranny has gone too far. Demand justice. Indeed. Now is the time to set things right. Duke Caliburn. I've heard His Majesty will soon reclaim the throne. He will not forgive the appalling things that you have done.
Not forgive, you say? Good. That is how a ruler must be. Remove what stands in his way. Cut away what has no use. Claim only what he has need of. That is what is required of a ruler.
Lord Caliburn, how could you? Your Grace! I made no threat!
This is Kliff's oh shit moment. Like, oh shit, I just got busted.
A rat has created.
Okay, so he's the guy we saw in the Abyss Nexus up in the sky.
No,
I'll deal with it.
Gabriel Caliburn.
You are no
At least I think it's the same guy. He's very
I
confident.
remember you from the abyss.
Yes, that's the same guy.
Have we met before? No. I would never have left a rat alive. You are ordinary after all. Your sword is blunt and your mind is frail. There is no world where your steel shall ever strike me.
Caliburn is having his Game of Thrones red wedding moment. I'm guessing we're going to end up fighting this guy at the end of the game. This is an awesome little cinematic there. That was nice. Okay, Caliburn. It's got all kinds of powers, I guess, we're going to have to deal with.
Who's there? Seems we've arrived at just the right time.
Okay. The Witch Sisters.
I hope you'll forgive me. I owe this man. Can you save him?
He's steeped in shadow. It needs to be purged fast.
Let's get him out of here.
I hope we get those powers. That's kind of nice. Okay, so for the second time, Kliff is injured, which means we're about to play as someone else. The last time it was Unka.
Have you found her? Not yet.
Okay, so this time it's Damiane.
Thanks to Kliff.
I wondered when we'd be able to play
This
as
time,
her.
I might have actually found the thread that leads to my swordmaster.
You see that tower over there? Duke Wells has moved his forces that way, to strike at the throat of the Grand General. Which means it's the perfect time to slip in and get answers.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. And when you're done...
Fucking hell, just spit it out. Soppy lasses.
What I'm trying to say is, you've always got a place with us.
You're such a twat.
Okay, so again, the top level stats should be the same for all three of the main characters. 10 stamina. So the stamina, the health, and spirit overall should be the same for all three characters. It's the within those that's going to be different because they all have different skills. She carries a pistol as well. Okay, so she can use Axiom Force, Mystical Storage. Okay, so some of the things she can do, Flight doesn't seem to be all that strong. So we're going to upgrade it to its max level. She uses, is that a sword or a shield? I guess it's a sword, maybe? His focus is level 1, keen sense is level 1. Yeah, which means whatever boss I end up fighting is going to be very difficult because I haven't been playing as this particular character. And there's not many things I can switch to her, although her weapons are pretty good. They're like purple level, which is not bad. I guess I can change her outfit to something else if she can if it's equipable on her. If not, but we can add a necklace, and we can add earrings and stuff like that to give her a little bit more of a boost. So let's add whatever extra ones we have. I don't envision myself playing as Damiane for very long. I guess the alternative would be, you know, if I end the game before completing each of the regions, then I can go back and say I want to complete, if I can. I'm not sure the game would let me do that, right? If I wanted to go back and do all the rest of the remaining faction quests in Hernand as Unka, could I do that? Or as Damiane, could I do that? Or is it going to tell me it's still Kliff's journey, which is what it did when I tried to do it before? Although if it's post game, then Kliff's journey should be over. So I don't know. I guess there's still some unanswered questions. Looks like we have a potential fast travel point down there. Oops. Okay, that's not her sword. I don't know what that is. It's some kind of flying apparatus that she has. It's incredibly noisy. But at least she can fly. That's certainly helpful for getting her around. And I know that in Unka's case, there is a jetpack that you get, that you make from Gregor, the guy at the Cuckoo Pot Shop. In order to unlock that, you need to do the research at the Scalastone Institute. And that's one of the things that you eventually want. I think you'll unlock the blueprint for it. So doing all of the research, actually I've only done 2 sets. So I've started the Scalastone, I think I have 1 or 2 left. And I started Fortain, I think I have a couple left for Fortain as well. But I think there's research in other regions as well. I haven't found them yet. Even though I've been exploring, I haven't found them yet. They may be tied behind particular quest lines, as Scalastone was. And as Fortain was as well. So that may be what the issue is with me finding them at this point. But eventually I will. Since I'm very much interested in exploring just about everything about this game. Okay, so unlike the other place we went, these guys are hostile towards us. So we have to infiltrate the Demoness Court. Throwing rocks at me. Whoa. Yeah, it's... Okay, here we go. It's a little bit odd playing as her after playing as Kliff. But it's, like I said, it's the same thing with when we got dropped into playing Unka. All of a sudden, you're like, okay, all the controls are a little bit different. I mean, look, the controls were sort of a handful to start with. And then when you switch to characters, and you're like, okay, what does this do? Like, what's a heavy attack versus what's a regular attack for her? Okay, so sorry for the little cut there, but I ended up getting caught like 4 times. So if you get caught, by the way, you will be dragged out and you'll respawn on one of the parapets, hiding from the enemy. So while I don't see how it's possible to be all that stealthy, you need to at least outrun the enemy. So what I'm going to do is because I've already sort of failed this a couple of times, I know how to get in. I just need to not get caught. Because even once you're inside, there are 2 enemies that you need to deal with. So you want to go through that door, which I tried to do, but there's so many enemies down there. And if they pin you, you can't get in. You end up back outside again. So I actually ended up climbing up and going through a window, and then found 2 enemies in this room. So this is considered to be her strong attack. The lightning flash thing, which if I had known that, I would have used the Abyss artifact to upgrade that instead of one of her other skills. It doesn't kill them. It stuns them. We really can't see what their health is anyway. It's really difficult to tell how much damage it's doing, if any. No, he's still down here. He's just hiding. It's really funny. He's hiding over there. If it hits them directly, it will stun them. And I think it can actually kill them. But if it hits them the right way, it will definitely stun them. So if I was familiar with her sort of weapon arts, I would use that. And then go in for a couple of left-handed strikes with my little rapier that she has. Okay, so that guy's done. Got some food. Did the other guy die? Yeah, I guess he did. No, I don't know. Where is he? Okay. So she can gather spirit, but we don't see. Because I didn't see a spirit icon. She can loot, just like Kliff. Might as well take all this stuff. We can always sell it. Little trapdoor. Should lead us to the prison where her sword master is.
No.
Okay, well,
Beatrice.
This is not good. Right. Now she's got to go and tell the Azarian countess that her sister is dead. I'm guessing she has revenge on her mind.
Bastier.
Yep. So she's going to be the one taking on the Grand General.
There she is! Get her! Get her! You want that? Got to fight in ya? Put you down.
Okay, this is happening because I don't know how to do anything other than her strong attack. you're trapped in a corner. Okay, well, my Swordmaster's ghost would not be happy with the fact that I did not use the sword. Okay, so now that we've discovered that she is no longer with us, we need to leave the castle. After we loot, of course. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the rain in this game. I think I have a, I guess it's a necklace that can change, excuse me, can change the weather. I've never used it. This would have been an ideal time to try it. So, all we need to do to conclude this little subquest is just get out of the castle, beyond the castle walls. If you drop down to the lower level, you'll end up fighting everybody on the way out. That little carnival thing, it's a little side quest you can do, and you end up fighting a very large robotic type boss. And you get, for defeating that boss, you get special gear. Okay, so initially I thought these were bad guys, but these are actually troops that are heading to attack General Bastier's fort or castle or whatever you call this structure. So you'll see them fighting, and I guess if you want this game's version of XP to gain an Abyss Core, you can fight all these guys. But I want to head straight to the boss fight.
You've no idea the situation you're in. Grand General.
How dare you?
Steel yourselves! Don't fall back!
One of Azarian's pots, are you?
So what you want to do is and you wouldn't necessarily know this unless you've been playing as her, so make sure you have your full complementary of bullets, which of course I did not.
The strong exists to crush the weak.
Okay, so I have a shield.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Okay, he can be parried. Apparently he's going to have a second phase because the health bar is blue.
I'll show you what happens to those who defy me.
So I did not load up on food. But like all fights, we'll do first attempt and final attempt. If I, by some miracle, end up beating him on the first attempt, then that's good. Okay, yeah, you can always sort of leave the arena, although there are times when the boss will attack you right like that. So he has a bunch of different attacks. He's got the slam the ground and then a little sort of eruption sort of happens towards you of fire. So if you have fire resist armor, that probably would be helpful. He hits very hard. That miscue cost me. Yeah, I'm not liking the whole camera switch thing. There's a lot going on. Yeah, I guess one piece of advice is keep moving. Just constantly move. Okay, so I guess she does not have any invulnerability frames when she does the heavy attack lightning thingy that she's been doing. It's the wrong button and it cost me my life. And yes, I did see the spirit icon this time. I didn't see it the first time. Okay, so we'll retry the fight from the beginning.
One of Azarian's pups, are you?
One of the things...
Let's see if you can provide the same amusement she did.
You have to be a little bit more aggressive than I was in the first attempt. In the first attempt, I'd never seen him fight before. I keep pressing R3 or L3.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Those are dodgeable. And this is not a second attempt too, by the way. This is probably my 6th or 7th attempt. Those are dodgeable if you just stay out of range. Same thing with the eruption thingy. But you don't want to stand. If you stand on where the eruptions were that are on fire, you will take damage. And the lightning does stun him a little bit. It doesn't do any damage, but it stuns him. So you get like a half a second sort of stun thing. It doesn't last very long, which is why I wish I had now upgraded this. So you want to avoid the fire patches. Bitch slap me with his shield. And followed up by some serious damage. Okay, so dodging works. Okay, well, it does a little damage. Well, it does a little damage if you hit him directly. Some of them are landing close to him, but they're not hitting him. So it's getting a stagger meter up, but when you, as you can see, it doesn't stay up. So here's staying up. I know if you exit the arena, it'll begin to decrease as well. Seems like I'm really close to staggering him. There we go. I just wonder if you have an advantage if you're a left-handed swords person. Oh, okay, I did not dodge that one in time. I saw it coming, but I wonder what happens if I just jumped and tried to fly out of the way of those. If I can even do that in here. Yeah, once you understand the timing of that, once you understand the timing, you can avoid most of his attacks. But if you get caught, like the little flail he just did, now I'm standing in the fire. Dodge those. I just keep dodging to the right. Get a couple of hits in, don't get greedy. See, the issue is, instead of just getting 2 hits in and backing off, for some reason, I'm sitting there flailing with this guy. So now I'm out of the arena, and you see the stagger meter is dropping pretty quickly. So it doesn't really help to leave the arena. Actually, that's not true. It does help. It does help. When you leave the arena, you can heal yourself. You can sort of get your head back in the game. So there are benefits to leaving the arena. Yikes. Not bad. And of course, if I get him down to close to death and die, I am going to use a Palmer bar rather than start the fight over again. Right now I have poor Damiane eating raw meat. That's bread. She's eating bread. Alright, bread is not all that helpful. But that's part of the issue of not knowing you're going to go into this boss fight like this. Yeah, I don't have anything to really combat this guy. I'm down to drinking honey tea, which is not helpful in this fight. So, if you die... Oh, come on, stop it, you got another finisher, what the hell? Oh, too late. I totally messed that up. Totally messed it up. If you die, instead of retrying, you can sort of stop, go back to Howling Hill or wherever the closest place is, and buy food. You know, the rule of thumb is buy a lot more food than you need. So I would say if you know you're going into a boss fight, make sure you have somewhere between 30 and 40 pieces of meat. Which ones? I don't know. I'm not too particular. Not the low-level ones. The ones that give you 70 health. You know, get meat skewers or fish patties or one of those kinds of things because they give you a lot more bang for the buck. And some of them will give you spirit as well. this is an example of I am not sure I want to start this whole fight from the beginning. So let's use one of these. Since I'm near the end, give ourselves a little space. See if I can. Cutting it kind of close with my dodges here. The camera angles are killing me here. Absolutely killing me. Okay, I got dried fish. I'm like totally out of food if I'm down to eating bread and dried fish. I guess she doesn't have anything equipped that actually gives her health back either. Although, oh, I need to get back in the arena. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Yeah, she doesn't, and even if she did, it doesn't really work well in boss fights. You don't get that much health. So in boss fights, you need to rely on food. In the open world, you can get away with having the sort of automatic heal, so you won't be using food if you get into a scruff with someone out in the world. You defeat them, you don't need to eat food to heal. You just let yourself heal.
This ends now! Oh, this ends now, does it?
Yeah, I knew he had a second phase because of the blue health bar. And I have nothing left to fight this guy.
Behold, I am his chosen one. I am his chosen champion! Bear witness to true power!
Okay, so through the magic of editing, this is not the first attempt at this part either. So I would get to this part, because I didn't have enough food and resources left, I would get killed pretty easily. So what I did was, I actually went back, started the whole fight over again, went back to Howling Hill, got some food, and so worked my way back to this part of the fight, right? Because you had to get through Bastien's first phase first. But it got easier, because once you sort of learn the moves and learn all you need to do is break his poise 2 or 3 times, and you're good. And the same thing with this guy. If you can avoid his little clones, he's not... I don't think he's harder than Bastier, actually. And he seems to be more susceptible to the little lightning bolts. You just need to make sure you're locking onto the right one. So when the clones aren't there, it's easy. Right? When the clones are there, you can end up mistakenly locking onto a clone instead of locking onto the actual guy. So as you can see, his stagger meter fills up very fast with the lightning bolts. Oh, stop hitting L3. Yeah, you need to avoid the clone. The clones can damage you, but they're just more annoying than anything else. They're definitely not as aggressive as Bastian was in the first phase. You just keep, as long as you keep moving. I'm giving up the stagger that I had accomplished in order to get some spirit back. I'm not so sure that's a good trade, actually. This also gives me a chance to eat and gain some health. Okay, so let's see if we can get it back. I'm not sure why the lightning bolts are going over there. Yeah, see, the game seems like it rewards you for being more aggressive than for taking a passive approach. If you're passive, you're going to take chip damage from all of the clone people, and it'll force you to use heal. But if you're more aggressive, you might still take a little bit of damage, but you're at least causing more damage to this awakened form of Bastier. God, I wish L3 was not a thing in this game. It's so annoying. So for a little while I had him stun locked with the lightning bolts. Cheated by going out of the arena and losing some of the stagger thingy, but I got him now. Is it enough to finish him? No, of course not. And I didn't follow up after I hit him the first time. That was stupid. Now I gotta do this all over again. Or maybe not, maybe not. It seems like the lightning, if it strikes him, so I may be able to do it without that, by just hitting him with the lightning and avoiding his clones. One more. Oh, come on. Don't die now. Just one more, one more, one more. There we go.
Why did you kill my swordmaster?
Why? Does anyone need a reason to kill?
Okay, I guess we will not be seeing the Grand General again. Although I guess you can never really tell in these games. Mirrodin keeps coming back, right? Every time we think we're done with him.
What the hell is that? What in the world?
I do not know what that is. There's Mirrodin. I guess he knows better than to mouth off with the with this guy. Okay, he's got his army assembled. He got dramatic theme music playing, and with that, we are at the end of Chapter 8, and we are at the start of Chapter 9, The Sage of the Desert, which would lead me to believe that we're going to be doing Crimson Desert stuff finally. Why are we in Fortain? I hear the little kids.
You're awake. What exactly do you think you were doing? Did you even have a plan? If not for the witch sisters, you'd have been in big trouble, you know. You're safe here, so just rest. I mean it. Don't even think.
You alone flow, while all else remains still. You can finally hear me.
Who are you?
One with words meant for your ears. Wounds open the heart in ways words never could.
You've been watching me.
It matters not. What is important is the path you've walked and the one still ahead. To save others, one must first find strength within. Come, find me.
Okay.
What are you doing there?
So Kliff is fully recovered.
I feel revitalized.
And we have to
leaving already? You need more
find
rest.
the person behind the voice.
This will do. I have places I must go. Please let my comrades know.
When will anyone ever listen to me? Come on then, let's be off.
Why would they need to let his comrades know? I don't know that his comrades even know about this place. He's been the only one of them that's been here. Interesting. Okay, so we are not going to start chapter 9. When we come back in the next episode, episode 13, we're going to be doing some side content. I don't know what exactly yet, but I will let you know. We will be doing a little bit of exploring and some faction quests and things like that. All right. So thank you guys for joining me in episode 12 of Crimson Desert. I appreciate your comments, your likes, your all those good things. This is Reg with PaxAriaGaming saying thanks again for joining me, and I will see you in the next episode. Uploads every Tuesday and Friday. Take care. Bye.